Happy new moon. So we're going to do a little new moon ritual. And if you don't already have your ritual items, maybe a little piece of paper and something to write on, you can just take a moment to gather that now. I'm just going to begin by lighting some of my candles. Grateful for the fire energy. I'm grateful for the light as we start to slip into a deeper state of darkness, not only this evening with the new moon, but also with the season. You may be noticing that it's staying darker later in the morning. And while sometimes that can conjure up different emotions for people, I like to practice finding the gratitude in all of it. And darkness and the new moon time really is this idea of this really kind of dark space where creativity can flourish. We think of the darkness of the womb and what we are able to create within this womb center, within our second chakra, within the darkness of that space. And so perhaps that's something that you can begin to reflect on as the days begin to get darker and the sun spends less time with us. And so just taking your time, I've gathered some of my ritual items here in front of me, which I know you can't see very well. But it's nice to have something that, if you haven't done a new moon ritual before, it's nice to just gather items that have specific meaning for you, to kind of bring that emotional intention connection that you have for that item into your meditation practice. And so really all we're going to be doing today is a little meditating. I am not an astrologer, but I do like to dabble in reading the astrology related to the new moon and the full moon, and on other occasions. And what I have read and what other astrologers are talking about with respect to this new moon is how it can be a challenging moon because of the way that the moon is related to other planets, namely Mars. And Mars is known as the god of war, and perhaps you can relate to that, to how we are kind of feeling in our existence right now with all that's happening politically. There just feels to me to be a lot of deep emotion that's coming to the surface. And so whenever that happens, there's always the potential for a little bit of emotional release, and especially when those emotions are related to anger and fear, those things can, they can feel scary. But it is all part of life. And so if we can really just have an emotional and an intentional, respectful, compassionate connection to Mars, it is a way for us to try to harmonize with it. It doesn't mean that we embody those feelings of anger or fear, but it means that we acknowledge their presence. And so that's something that I like to practice, is just to harmonize with the state of things so that we can be connected to it, not necessarily embody it, but be connected to it. And so the moon, Mars, Mercury is in retrograde, Mars is in retrograde. So these are the types of things that astrologers will talk about as why this moon might be bring up challenging emotions for us. But there are two other parts, players, so to speak, in this moon, and my candle doesn't want to light. Two stars, very bright stars in our sky, Arcturus and Spica, which I am not particularly familiar with them, but there's a beautiful philosophy about Arcturus, which is that there are these light beings that basically reside on that star. And they carry the energy, a blue light energy, and it's an energy of love. It's almost thought to be a place where, if you can just imagine this, whether or not you subscribe to that philosophy of other beings existing in our solar system, if you could just imagine a place where there really does not exist fear, there doesn't exist anger. Everyone exists in this vibration of love. And so that is what is said to be held within the star of Arcturus. And because it plays an important role in the astrology for this new moon, I thought that we would try to harmonize with the essence of what Arcturus wisdom is, which is this wisdom of love. And so once you have your ritual items together, whatever feels comfortable for you to have around you, feels supportive. And if you'd like to light a candle, you can do that. If you'd like to burn something, you can do that. And we will begin by just coming into a meditative state of mind. A comfortable seat, if you prefer to be lying down, you can, but because of what we're going to be doing with connecting to the blue light energy of Arcturus, I encourage you to sit up if that's possible. And beginning by just noticing the body. The body is being this beautiful vessel of energy, dancing in many different ways, changing throughout the day. But just feeling the energy within your body. And noticing then the energy of the surface that's beneath you. The sturdiness, that strong foundation that you can rest yourself upon, that you can surrender into, you can feel supported by. Intentionally resting your hands somewhere. Perhaps you're holding a mudra with your fingers, or they're resting palms down or palms facing up on your knees. We're going to let our spine grow tall and begin to connect to that energy of the infinite, that energy of that star Arcturus, through the crown of your head. Staying connected to the life force energy in your body, breathing that energy into yourself, releasing whatever does not serve you. And we'll begin here with a little visualization. Imagining the brightest star in the sky, so bright, glowing, and releasing a blue energy that comes down into your body through the crown of your head. And just imagine that flow of this blue light energy into your body. Just letting it start to fill you up. Maybe feeling it as you inhale, entering the crown. And as you exhale, it just begins to fill the body up. So much so that you start to radiate through your aura this blue energy. This purest energy of the love vibration. Imagining in your mind's eye the heart center beginning to glow so brightly. Seeing from the infinite view this connection between yourself and the star. Amplifying the energy of this love and this compassion. Feeling this energy as healing yourself. If there's anything inside of you that needs to be healed, needs to be cleansed, just picture that being healed through this blue light energy. Noticing if any thoughts arise, just allowing them to be. Perhaps there's wisdom there that's being revealed to you. Perhaps it's just a passing thought. So just follow the lead of your intuition, the lead of your body's wisdom. Allowing yourself to be completely engulfed with the Arcturian light. Shedding away the fears, the anger, the doubts. And staying connected to this energy that you have now merged your body with, that you have received into yourself, which is dancing in every cell of your body. And we're going to begin to cultivate the body for this new moon energy, for any new intentions that you want to set for yourself, knowing that you have the ability within yourself to cultivate it all, to create whatever it is that your heart desires to manifest. I'm going to share with you a guided meditation, cultivating your body as a garden. If you feel the need to adjust the body at all, just listen to the body's needs. Listening to my words and receiving my words just as you've received the energy of the star. In the garden of the body, there are many paths. Choose one. Eyes sweep over this beautiful garden. See with the eye of light. An urge to touch. Touch with sensitivity. A deep breath brings fragrance to the nostrils. A deep breath feels like expansion, unending. What is this fragrance? Who perceives it? I? Who is I? That little leaf bobbing up and down on the waves of the mind's lake. What direction? Don't care. Let go. Surrender. A floating leaf doesn't resist. It doesn't leap either. It allows itself to be carried. A river of thoughts, where will they go? To a big ocean? One thought like a drop falling into the ocean to be lost. What is reality? What is mind? An overwhelming feeling of gushing concepts, barely escaping the fire of the emotional kiln. Do you light the fire in the kiln of your emotions? Can you blow it out when you want to? Can you soften it? Can you stay cool in the blazing fire of emotions of another? Do you get ignited? Try to put the fire out by the water of your eyes. Close your eyes deeply. See how the red veil changes. Pink is love without passion. Love, the center of being. Love, the center of light radiating, touching others. Touching others and expanding. Heart filled with love, lungs filled with air. Breath is gentle, breath is life. Power of life. Breathing the breath of life. Inhale inspiration. Exhale despair. Inhale inspiration. Exhale despair. Swing with the rhythm of breath and life. Let the air flow back of its own accord. Stop and wait. Hold the breath, but for how long? Nothing lasting, constant movement. Sailing thought on the mental lake. Music of the waves, smell their fragrance, feel their vibrations. Feel the breath in the sound of the voice. See the fragrance of the flower moving through the air, dancing in the sun's bright light, subdued by the clouds, warmth touching gently, softly. Swirling light, swirling air, vibrations inside, outside. All energy vibrating in unison. Love without passion. Love without fire. Luminous light that reflects in dewdrops on the 1,000-petaled lotus. Being in the space of your heart center, Feeling the heart center as being part of the garden of your body. What is it that wants to grow there? With the magic of this new moon entering, and the magic of the Arcturian light, plant the seeds of your intentions for whatever it is the heart wants to grow deep within your heart space. And then surrendering, knowing that the seeds will be tended to, will be nourished by your daily commitment to listening to your heart, your daily commitment to yourself, to listening to your wisdom. Coming back into your awareness by noticing your breath, reconnecting with your body, the surface that it is resting upon. Thanking the Arcturian light for being a part of our practice today. And feel free to sit in meditation for as long as your body is desiring. If you would like to place words on your piece of paper to carry with you throughout this new moon cycle, you can do that really at any time today. But while it's fresh in your mind and in your practice, you may want to just spend a few minutes now creating that reflection on paper of what your heart reflected back to you. And I wish you the deepest new moon blessings, and I thank you for being a part of this new moon ritual. Peace to all, light to all, and love to all. Happy new moon.